First, company background of 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven Malaysia Holdings Berhad, through its subsidiary 7-Eleven Malaysia Sdn Berhad, is the owner and operator of 7-Eleven stores in Malaysia, incorporated on 4th June 1984, and located at Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. The product of 7-Elevens have snacks, coffees, beverage, and Slurpee and Big Gulp. Next, we have Family Mart. On 11 November 2016 at 11 a.m., Family Mart opened its first Malaysia store at Wisma Lim Fuyong in Bukit Bintang, Kuala Lumpur. It has become popular because it is the first convenience store selling soft-serve ice cream and fresh snacks. The product of Family Mart have ice cream, fresh snacks, Japanese food, and oden.
How liquid is the organization? Current ratio for 7-Eleven is increased from 2019 to 2020, while for Family Mart decreased from the previous year, but still Family Mart has higher current ratio. Family Mart is more liquid than 7-Eleven. Higher ratio means higher ability to pay current and maturing liabilities on time. Are the managers generate enough operating profit on organization asset? Operating profit margin for 7-Eleven is decreased from 2019 to 2020, and for Family Mart has increased and has higher operating profit margin. Family Mart has better control on the cost and expenses. Family Mart get better profit to accommodate the cost and expenses. How organization financing its asset? Debt ratio for 7-Eleven is increased in the current year, while the Family Mart is decreased from 2019 to 2020. But 7-Eleven has lower debt ratio compared to Family Mart. High debt ratio indicates that the risk is high. It is important to Family Mart to analyze the long-term risks for their company. Are managers generating good return in equity? The return on equity for both companies is increased from 2019 to 2020, show an increased amount of 19.42% for 7-Eleven, and for Family Mart, the return on equity show an increased amount of 3.01%. 7-Eleven has higher return in equity in 2020. This ratio helps the shareholders know the percentage of return earned by the equity. Risk factor for 7-Eleven is: first, financial policy; second, capital structure; and lastly, cash flow production and liquidity. Success factors. First, inventory management for business can significantly save time and money and promptly respond to customer needs. Second, knowledge of the consumers is important in starting business to ensure we stay in the market. Lastly, store management has a responsibility to maintain an appropriate environment for customers and employees to ensure the employees treat the customer in suitable manner.
Okay, next for Family Mart, the risk factors is food quality and hygiene. Second one is provide the same menu, and the last one is food from different cultures. And for the success factors, get halal certification from JAKIM, and imported food is no illegal substance such as alcohol. The second one is often change the ice cream menu on a monthly basis, providing a wide variety of food and drinks. And the last one is successfully prepare the right food to the taste of Malaysian people.
Projections of 7-Eleven and Family Mart. For 7-Eleven, total sales in 2020 is 1.8 million compared to 2019, which is 1.6 million. For Family Mart, sales volume decreased from 2019 to 2020, which is 14 billion to 5 billion. This will affect the revenue of the company, which is the revenue for 7-Eleven is rising and Family Mart is declining. Both companies, their assets are increasing in 2020 more than 20% from 2019. The total debt ratio is used to determine the extent of a company can invest based on the size of the available assets. Debt ratio for 7-Eleven rose from 0.23 to 0.33, while the other went down from 1.299 and 0.713. So the investor will invest in Family Mart because it's too risky to invest in 7-Eleven. Return on equity compares against other companies in same industry. It measures performance which is higher and better. Recommendations for 7-Eleven and Family Mart. To become a more desirable employer, 7-Eleven and Family Mart should target to be a better provider and increase the number of stores. Besides, with professional training provided, customer service can be improved to have better connections between the seller and buyer. 7-Eleven and Family Mart employees come from teenagers, although there is no age requirement for employees. Therefore, with the fresh and talented employees and active workforce, 7-Eleven and Family Mart can stay strong in the convenience store market. 7-Eleven and Family Mart have benefits from paying minimum wage to employees. However, it is also good to maintain a low labour cost. Many things or store have been changing their style according to this new generation, so it would be better for 7-Eleven and Family Mart to upgrade their part.
Okay, for the conclusion, we can conclude that financial analysis determines a company's health and stability, providing an understanding of how the company conducts its business, but it is important to note that financial statement analysis has a limitation as well. 7-Eleven and Family Mart have stable current financial statements, which are in good status. Based on the current ratio, 7-Eleven is slightly less liquid than Family Mart. Reasonably conclude that Family Mart is more liquid than 7-Eleven. Given the high operating return on profit for Family Mart relative to the 7-Eleven, we must conclude that management of Family Mart is doing an adequate job of generating operating profits from the sales. The ratio indicates the percentage of the firm's assets that are financed by debt. 7-Eleven more risky than the Family Mart because it is using more debt compared to 7-Eleven. So here we can conclude that both of the companies show good condition in business because of the increase in return of equity.